Anyways, hello. Tonight's meal is inspired by the Elder Scrolls cookbook. And I absolutely love playing Elder Scrolls. I loved to jam out to Elder Scrolls Online. Been playing it for over a decade. It's been a while since I've been on, and I really do miss it. It's so much fun. Anywho, today we're going to be making the Horker Loaf with it, and we're actually going to do the whole meal that they recommend here in the cookbook. So, in the Horker, this is a Nord inspired. So, if you play the game, this is a Nord inspired one. And if you do play the game, you know the Horkers, they're those walrus looking thingies, with the tusks. And I always remember them as being, let's see, in Elder Scrolls Online, there is an event, or is it a daily? I don't know. There is this big old giant you're supposed to fight. And, oh, I just lost my thought. There it goes. There's this big old giant that you're supposed to fight. And there's the Horkers all around him. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can see him on the map and everything right now. Why can't I remember the zone? It's fine. Anyways, Horker Loaf. It is basically a Nord meatloaf. It's a variation of meatloaf. So we're going to be making the meal, like I said. And one of the items is double baked potatoes, which I already did, and it is in there. And I'm going to have this up as a reel. I just took pictures of it because it's just your average double baked potatoes, and yep, with a lot of cheese. So that's going to be part of our meal. And then we've got the Horker Loaf, like I said. So we're going to have, instead of 1.5 pounds of Horker, we're going to have about 2 pounds of good old South Dakota beef. And then you're going to want an egg and about 1/3 cup of heavy cream. And then about 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs is what I'm going to be using. Sea salt, some black pepper, bacon is going to be going around it. Stormcloak seasoning, my variation. And then this pureed, gross looking thing. It is a tin of smoked oysters. I used a 1.5 carrots, peeled of course. And then about 2 cloves of garlic. And you're going to mince all that up like that in the food processor. So we got all our ingredients right here. Oh, and before I forget, the oven you're going to want preheated at 425. And then you're going to want a baking dish about 913. Put some parchment paper in there. Wow, I cannot talk today. Okay. It's fine, right? It's Friday. Well, I'll be releasing this on Sunday, so it's Sunday. Anywho, how was y'all's week? You can't tell, mine was very frazzled. I am definitely glad it's the end. I'm telling you. So, yeah, bear with me during this one, huh? I'm telling you though, this is actually really good. So, if you do like Elder Scrolls, this is actually a pretty good meal. So, all right, I digress. Let's move forward. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a bowl with our meat already in it, and then we're going to be adding all of these ingredients into here, and then we're gonna mix it all up with our hands. If you want gloves, you can have gloves. All right, so first of all, I am going to crack this egg. Freya's. Oh, you guys didn't get to see her. Hi, sweeties. Maybe I'll pick her up and show. Okay. Yes, ma'am. This is Freya. Hi, sweetheart. Now I gotta wash my hands. Hellos. Hellos. Yes, I'm making some food. See? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have you up here. Okay? Alright, I love this. Oh, okay, there you go. Alright, gotta rewash my hands. Sorry, guys. Alrighty. So we're going to do the egg first. Alright. There's one egg. And then I'm going to do the breadcrumbs. And then I'm going to add the salt, and it says about a teaspoon. So I'm just going to dead eye it. So that's about a teaspoon of salt. Maybe just a little bit more. I don't know how salty the oysters are. And then the pepper is going to be about the same. So a little bit of pepper, see, about a teaspoon of pepper. And then before I add the cream, I'm going to add the pureed. So we're going to put that in there. Nope. And that is just my daughter parkouring upstairs. So if it sounds like somebody's about to fall through the ceiling, it's just my daughter. She loves to parkour in her room. All right, and then Stormcloak seasoning, which is in the cookbook, and I'm gonna put about a teaspoon and a half of that in here. And I do grind up and make the Stormcloak seasoning that they have in here by myself. I don't have all the ingredients. Grains of Paradise is one. Can't find that in rural South Dakota. All right, then we dump in that heavy cream, and I leave that last because I don't want everything to soak. Like, I want to be able to mix it before it all starts soaking. And then we just start mixing. Oh, yes. I wonder what this is going to sound like on the mic. I guess we're going to find out, huh? This is all a learning process. And like I said, man, it was a week. Oh, my gosh. I feel like it was just a whirlwind, and I'm so happy it's done. All right, so holy buckets. I'm just going to make sure this is all nice, and I'm going to hold this because it's been spinning around, and I want to make sure it gets all up in there. I want to make sure that I'm making it all even. Gosh, that took forever to spit out too, huh? All right, I can talk. Oop. Almost got my kitty. One of my many. All right. If you're new here and this is your first video watching, hi. There may be cussing. Actually, there probably will be cussing. And I have cats. And no, I'm not going to say how many. Y'all got to figure it out. Let's just say, I'm going to say it again. Spay and neuter your cats. Okay? There's a freaking epidemic out here. Alright. And some of us care very much. Okay. That looks pretty well. Oh, my hands are cold. That looks pretty well mixed together. Yes, indeedy. Oh, and I got some fantasy style music because, Elder Scrolls. And I figured, the Nords, they're up in the. I'm envisioning, it's a Nord family, and they got one, it's going to help feed them for the winter, and they're going to make this as their celebration. So I figure play some music that's more darkish because, it's dead of winter, and they're just waiting for that sun and that warmth to come back. So, all right. That's what that's going to look like. Okay. And then I'm going to go grab it. I'm going to be talented. I'm not talented. I'm getting it on there. All right, let's see if I can not knock everything over. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put all this in your pan, and you're going to shape it into kind of like an oval or a football. Honestly, it's a football. So let's just go with it. Just, shape it like a football. So I'm going to get it all nice and shaped, and then I'm going to wash my hands quick, because then I'm going to touch bacon, and I'm not going to use all the bacon in the package, so I don't want to cross-contaminate. Alright, so that looks pretty darn good. Slap it a little bit. Slap it, slap it, slap it. Slap it. Alright. Boy, my thoughts just went. Alright, anywho, this is not something children should be watching, and I do mark that. Okay, there we go. Alright, go wash your hands quick. Alright, and I got my paper towel pile all ready to go to dry these hands. And then what we're going to do is, where's my garlic? I forgot the garlic. Hang on one second. I thought I had it out. There it is. Alright. So the other thing you want is so the lore, of course, it's like a walrus, right? The Horkers are like walruses. So you're going to want to put parts of their tusk up here for that added marrow and everything. Well, I forgot to get garlic cloves. So we're just going to pretend we ground up those tusks, and then we're going to place them on top here. And it says to put 3 of the tusks, the cloves. So I'm just going to, This is probably way more than it needed, but it's yummy. And I'm just gonna boop boop. So yeah, don't put the fork back in there. You touch the red meat with it. Silly. All right. So there's that, and now we're gonna get this out of the way, and this out of the way, and this out of the way. Hello, Sarah. Yeah, that's the second cat that I'm aware of that has made an appearance. All right. Don't you touch the camera stand, ma'am. It looks like an earthquake. I'm sorry. Sarah's. Please no. Thank you. All right, so then we're going to take our bacon. Bacon. Nom nom. And then we're going to wrap it. Oh, yeah, this music's... Yep. I'm envisioning like we're in the middle of like a blizzard. And we got some freaking bacon. And there is pigs in Elder Scrolls. They are really called pigs. So, hey. That means when we caught that Horker, we slaughtered us a peggy to go with it. And then we're going to put some on top here, and I'm going to spiral it around. Wow, I can't say that word, spiral. There we go. Instead, there we go. Ooh, yes. Oh, that went together perfectly. Did y'all see that? All right. Of course you saw it. It's right there. All right, I'm going to show it to you. Hold on, go wash my hands. And then cross-contamination. Bacteria, it's a thing. Get a drinky. Oh, here comes Freya. All right. Please don't do it. I did not expect that to happen. Okay. Horker Loaf. Look at that. It's just a giant meatloaf wrapped in bacon with garlic. Bacon and garlic. Okay. So, then we're going to put it in the oven for about 40 minutes until your bacon is looking crispy and good. So I'm going to put on that timer so I don't forget. Now, like I said, we're doing the whole meal that's suggested in this recipe right here. Except for one, I'm not doing the imperial mushroom sauce. So we're not doing that. But we're doing the double baked potatoes, which I showed you in the beginning. And then we're also going to be doing baby carrots and moon sugar glaze. I almost said moon glaze sugar. Moon sugar glaze. And it's the Khajiit recipe. Where is it? And yep, that's going to be on page 43. But yes, you can find this over the cooking fires of the Khajiit traders. So in my little imagination, yeah, there's a Khajiit trader that showed up and he's sharing one of his people's recipes. And it's just basically going to be brown sugar, butter, and cardamom. And you're going to mix that into a glaze with some orange zest. And then cook it with baby carrots. So going to be doing that here while, the closer it gets to that. Because I think this only takes, it only takes about, 10 to 20 minutes until your carrots are, tender. And then you add all this stuff together. So, yeah, I just went on a ramble. Super easy recipe, super delicious, also very filling. And you can find it in the Elder Scrolls cookbook. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope your week, I hope if you're happy your week's over too, you made it. Yay. So, thank you very much for watching if you actually stayed through, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. All right, well, we finished it. We accomplished it. It's now night, and I'm envisioning us, the Nords, hanging out with our Khajiit friend that we just met. And so we got the Horker Loaf, and it's going to come out looking like that. See, it's still sizzling. And then we got the twice baked potatoes right here. And then we've got those moon sugar glazed. Look at that. Wow. 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 Okay. Anywho, I'm probably going to do that fun edity thing and show what it looks like on a plate after this. So I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I hope you try it out because these are some pretty good recipes. So I hope you all have a wonderful day.